Hey, welcome to the Bama Geeks podcast. It's episode 32. We are creeping up in age. Hope you're doing well. This is episode 32, right?
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Episode
I'm looking.
32. We've done this will be our 32nd episode, guys. It's crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
Nuts. And we all love you. Love. It's just love. My mama said. My mama said. So yeah.
Oh, right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are well. I'm Brock Parker. Good to see you again. Thank you so much for being with us. And of course, I got my besties and my best wife. You know, I left the subpar ones behind.
Bestest Mitch.
Bestest Minch. So yeah, we're all doing great. We're having a good time, as we always do with each other, and we're gonna have a great time with you. We're gonna talk about Ghostbusters. We're gonna talk about Obi-Wan. We're gonna talk about the very sad news that one of our favorite cons is shutting down. We are going to talk about whatever floats our boat, whatever tangent we get on. That's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. You guys have been listening long enough. You probably know that we get off on tangents. That's just the way we are.
It's who we be.
That's part of being from Alabama.
That's right.
Don't go changing just to try and please me.
That's all right.
Actually, Brock, I don't think it has anything to do with Alabama. It's just us.
Yeah.
I mean, we just
Yep. I'll agree with that. We love each other. Yeah. Sometimes we don't care what we talk about.
That's right, man. And you guys get to enjoy it. So.
I don't know what that meant.
Yeah.
I was trying to save you, Brock.
I don't.
There's no saving me. I appreciate it though.
Goodness.
So anyway, yeah. We're going to go around. I was deciding whether or not to flip a coin to see who to start with, but instead we'll start there. Kevin, we'll start with you, man. How about it? What's been up?
Well, sadly, the Alabama Comic-Con, I had to miss that. The saga of the fence building continues.
Oh boy.
Okay. All right, guys. You know, when you get to this age, you decide.
You brought it up first. Brought it up first.
I did. When you get to this age, I mean, well, it's not even an age thing, really. We all do what makes us happy. And the thing is the job that I do, I have to run with one part of my brain all week long. I love it, but at the same time, I like to just relax, but not relax, and nearly kill myself building a fence on my own. I've already done one phase of it, so I am currently working on the second phase, and it is coming along very, very well. But unfortunately, it makes me exhausted. So I had to choose between being being alive on Monday, actually having some recovery time, or going to the convention. So choices, yes.
Choices were
made. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Yeah.
So
and plus, man, you're getting into that time of year now. It's gonna kill you being outside. So stay hydrated, bud.
Yep.
Yeah. This week is going to be nasty in Alabama. We've got a heat wave coming in this week. It's going to be fun.
Meanwhile, Southern Company is slowly wringing their hands,
air conditioning running.
Yeah, and so are the
try
gas
to
pumps.
avoid paying that enhanced billing.
And the gas pumps will be ringing them up even worse than they are because everybody's got the AC on in the car.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
hey. So you got a fence?
No, I have a fence in progress.
A fence in progress. Yes.
That's right, man.
Soon you will find his fence fully operational.
That's right, man. It will keep all the animals contained, and I'll be able to do I'm going to invite you guys over, and we can just all like crack a beer. We can stand out there like King of the Hill.
Yep.
Oh, well, outside of the fence stuff, anything else been happening? Just
oh man, just trying to keep up with shows. I mean, the Orville's back now. I don't know if that's one you guys are really watching right now, but the Orville is one that I'm huge on. And the Boys, the Boys is back. The Boys is back now.
The Boys is back in town.
So that show's back. I'm just been trying to keep up, with working on the fence. I'll just get in the evening. I feel like I'm like a regular, like a rancher or a farmer or something. I just get in the evening now, and I feel like I'm exhausted. I'm like, I'm just gonna lay here and hopefully I can make it through an episode of this, and then go to sleep. So
We
yeah,
should be
then
out
watch
in
my feet.
you should be out in Montana with my kids right now. They're actually visiting a dude ranch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna build their fence. I'm already having a tough enough time building my own fence. Okay.
Yeah, my kids they decided to take a vacation with their mom and stepdad and everybody. They went out to Yellowstone this week, so Alyssa contacted me. She's like, "Oh, we got to go to a dude ranch. It was so fun." I'm like, "Yeehaw!"
Yeehaw, dude.
that was two of her big goals was to see a dude ranch and to see bison, and she's done both. She's happy.
Nice.
Yeah, could go
Bison are
whitewater
pretty
rafting.
awesome looking.
Yeah,
They make a tasty burger.
They do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so glad that bison are back because I mean that was like a buffalo bison. That was just a huge deal, and then now they've become something that we don't feel ashamed eating. Like it's like there's only like 12 of them left. No, there's a lot.
Well, there goes number 11.
There we go.
They're good.
They are delicious.
Bison burgers are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So
You can get a really good one at Nick and Norman's.
oh yes, you can.
Yeah.
Okay. Hint taken. Hint taken. When we go to Dragon Con,
Nudge.
we go to Dragon Con. We'll scoot down there after if we got enough time.
Yeah.
So she'll find a way to make time for that. Trust me.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I think that's probably the next time we'll actually be heading in that direction. So maybe.
See, we could have gone yesterday if we didn't have to get back.
True.
So we were actually in Atlanta yesterday. We'll talk about that in a minute. So, well, Bo Cephas, what's been up, man?
Not much. Like I said, since all the fun. Like I said, we had. I'm trying to remember. Did we recorded Saturday night correctly? I'm trying to think.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Okay.
Saturday morning.
So I can remember if I talked about the local independent wrestling Oliver and I went to. We did that Friday night. So I'm trying to.
I thought you went Saturday night.
No, wait.
It was Friday.
Yeah, it was Saturday. It was Saturday night. That's correct.
It feels like it's been forever since we recorded a podcast.
It really does. It really does. It's only been 2 weeks, but I think throwing it up to Saturday morning really kind of threw us off.
Yeah. We got creatures of habit, and then we got out of habit for one time. But
that one extra day made it feel like another 2 weeks.
It did. It really did.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot going on between the time we recorded and then till now, and yeah,
that was a big wrestling weekend. So how did Little Bo enjoy the wrestling in person?
He enjoyed it. I need to post. I meant to say I was going to do it, but I never did. Of course, always force of habit for me. I got a bunch of videos I need to post into our TikTok, but he had an absolute wonderful time. It was his first time seeing professional wrestling live. And it was a really good show. He really enjoyed it. I think the next time they come around again, which I think they're coming, that's the reason why I think I got mixed up on Friday, because they're supposed to be coming back sometime in July on a Friday night. So we might try to swing that if we can. But let's see, beyond that was that. And then I know, like I said, you'll get to it here. Wife and I, we went to Atlanta and we spent the night over there, went to IKEA and ate dinner at the Vortex. Like I said, for those. Yes.
The Vortex is such a great place.
I'm trying to remember what the actual name of it was. It's either the old Southerner burger, but it was basically a burger with chopped pulled pork on top of it. So barbecue burger, basically. And she got something called the Southern Hot Mess burger. Not a burger, a chicken sandwich, Southern Hot Mess chicken sandwich, which it was a grilled I'm stuttering tonight. I promise you. I apologize.
My mama said.
Exactly.
Said.
I think talking about food, man. I mean,
yeah,
his mouth's watering.
Yes, it was a fried chicken sandwich with a fried egg with gravy on it and bacon. So on toast. So yeah. So we
take that egg off, it'd be all right.
Yeah.
What is that burger? Speaking of the Vortex, what is that infamous burger that I've heard that was consumed during Dragon Con?
The triple bypass. Or no, the Fat Elvis or
I can't remember.
Okay.
We've had friends that have eaten that at Dragon Con and thankfully have lived to tell about it.
Well, it's the trip. There's the double bypass, triple bypass, and the quadruple bypass, which is basically I think everything but the kitchen sink on it, and I think the level of it is just how much beef burger you have on it.
Right.
Oh my God.
No. I can barely eat one small chicken sandwich and not be full.
Yeah.
11,000 calories.
Yeah,
Mhm.
heck. But yeah, like I said, that we did that. Let's see. And beyond that, like I said, Oliver and I streamed something. Well, this week, leading up to the end of this weekend, Oliver and I streamed some Friday night. He hung for a couple hours and he got sleepy. And then like I said, you dropped in for a little while, Brock. I stayed up to about 1:30 in the morning, just goofing off
Wow.
playing
It
Red
ain't that
Dead
long.
and Resident Evil 2. So
When you started Resident Evil 2, honestly, I
Yeah.
think I dozed off
Yeah.
because I think I told you in the chat, like I'm going to sleep, but I'm going to leave
Yeah.
the lurk. And I do remember going to sleep, and when I woke up, you were
Yeah,
you
but
were,
you
you were off.
you had dozed off for a little bit while it was him and Oliver because it was getting a little testy there, wasn't it, Bo?
Y-
It's kind of
yes.
like, yeah.
I love my son. I love my son.
Bo's patience level was slowly just waning a little bit.
I love my son. As any
Of
parent
course you
loves their
do.
child, but they know how to push that one button. And on top of it, I'm also trying to be like, I don't want to turn into Homer Simpson live on stream on Bart where I'm strangling him. You know, I'm fighting that urge. Exactly. Because I'm like, oh, I'm great. This is gonna be clipped, and I'm gonna be banned from Twitch now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Hey, just move over to YouTube. You're fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, they're good with that. That's fine.
Yeah. But yeah, beyond that, like I said, it was I didn't mean to stream that long, but like just because I was used to doing it pretty regularly, and then life happens, and I hadn't done that. I was like, heck, I'm doing it, just keep going. I had technical difficulties, like I don't know why when I first started, the upload was just terrible. Brock, you saw like it was like it was the bit rate was jumping all over the place, and like I restarted my modem like 4 times, restarted my computer 4 times, I did all that, and apparently I finally found the right button to click in OBS, and it kind of balanced everything out. So
Yeah, for those of you that are listening, you can't see, but Bo's got some pretty
Oh, yeah,
huge
and that was-
building behind him.
yeah,
there.
that was part of the trip to IKEA. Like I said,
Yeah.
I really wasn't going to go that elaborate, but the wife was like, "Go ahead and get you something you like." So
Go
Yeah.
ahead and get you something nice.
Bo, do
Yeah.
the light effects. Do the light
Yeah.
effects.
Hey, look.
Y'all-
well,
okay.
my-
Hang on. But before you guys do this,
yes,
we
No,
gotta.
really.
If you're watching this on
Disclaimer.
YouTube, and if you have a problem with light and seizures and stuff, look away for a few minutes. We'll tell you when it's okay to come back. But Bo and Kev are gonna put on
Yeah.
a little extravaganza for our
Oh,
YouTube
God, here we
viewers.
go.
Welcome to
Yeah.
the Bama Geeks rave.
Bo,
Here
you do it
goes.
first, and then I will.
Oh,
yeah.
there you
it is.
go.
Here it is.
Kevin's is more.
Are you ready? And
Go
This
ahead.
one's the whole room.
There you go.
Yeah.
What is love?
Boots and pants and
Baby,
boots
don't
and
hurt
pants.
me. Don't hurt me no more.
And
Yes,
like
how
I was
do you-
telling them when we first started this, I'm perfectly fine doing that as long as I'm still looking at the screen. As soon as I look up at the lights, I get sick. So yeah,
Nice.
Okay,
My-
if you looked away for seizure reasons, you can look
Yeah,
back
you're
now.
back.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
you're in the
We're good.
clear.
we're normal.
Like
Or
I
at
would
least as
have it.
normal as we can be anyway.
I would have it cycle more colors, but I don't. Like I said, I don't want it to be a distraction.
Looks good though. I like it.
Yeah,
What
it
are
was-
you trying to say, Bo? What are you trying to say? You saying
I don't want to be a distraction. Yes, no. I'm just saying I don't want to be a distraction in general. I don't want to be like somebody's going to be watching like, oh, this is great. Oh, what color? They're changing again. You know. But yeah, beyond that, that's been it. And the other fun thing is I'm debating on updating my stereo in my truck. I was like, you know what? I want something where my navigation, or at least like it uses the app from my phone on the dash. I have not got like it's ridiculous. Like I've looked at some of the stereos, and the
Mhm.
parts and installation is going to wind up being twice as much as like the
Yeah.
stereo I want to use.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And like I would attempt to do it. This was like 15 years ago where it was just, plug in the audio and power, boom, go. But now you got to do your steering control and
Mhm.
your backup camera and everything. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that I've been looking into as well, and I know what it's going to cost. And think if I take it to the Mazda dealership, it'll be twice as much as I could have done somewhere else. But at least if something screws up, they'll be the ones
Yeah.
to at fault and can replace it. So I'm willing to spend that extra money just to
Yeah,
be on the
that's-
safe side.
Yeah, that's my thinking too.
Yeah, I've been wanting. I've had my car for a little bit more than a year now, about a year and a quarter, and I've been wanting to do that. I just haven't yet because it gets
God,
annoying.
isn't that long?
Yeah, April of
Wow.
last year.
hmm
Um,
Just in time for what we're going through now. But
just in time for
hey.
gas prices.
All right.
But yeah, it gets aggravating having to put my phone on the vent because
Mhm.
I don't mind it there, except it blocks the air, and I love
Mhm.
my AC in my car,
Mhm.
and so I
Especially
get
in
it.
the South during the
Yes,
summer.
so
Mhm.
I get it from the left side on the other side of my steering wheel, but from the center, I don't. I don't get air. It's like I really want my air.
That's right.
So one day I'll go get it. But
No.
well, Jess,
Hey,
what's up, girl?
hey, it's me.
This Jess P.
It's me and you, babe.
Yep. So enlighten folks what we've been up to over the last 4 weeks, because that's what it feels like.
It feels like it's been forever. Yeah, yeah. Um, as we talked about our last recording, and just a few minutes ago, we recorded our last episode on Saturday morning, which is out of the norm for us. But because Sunday night, Parker's hosted a little wrestling pay-per-view event at the house, and we,
Mhm.
as Brock posted a photo to our socials, that we had Bo and Kevin there with us, and
I guess the last time I posted to the socials.
it was a very packed pay-per-view night
Yes.
that went on longer than we had ever imagined. But hey, we had chicken
That was
fingers
fun.
and fries and
Mhm.
snacks, and it was just it was a good night of hanging out together.
Mhm.
And I sat right over there.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Just
right here.
right here. Kev
That
was
seat
here.
has been blessed by the Kev.
That's right, man.
This was the first actually AEW pay-per-view that we had purchased and had watched. And
It was my first pay-per-view that I have bought in 25 years.
yeah, it's weird buying a pay-per-view these
It
days.
is.
It's kind of but Kevin, we got to kind of expose Kevin to a little bit of AEW
A little
and
bit of that athletic, yeah,
It's
athletic theater.
got to expose Kevin to that world and kind of enlighten him a little bit into some of the things that we talk about and discuss and have a little passion about. But
Yeah,
it was
but-
really
but-
fun having y'all over Sunday. I'm glad y'all
Oh,
were
yeah.
able to make it.
I'm
Yeah, it was fun.
and in that respect, I'm happy it was a 5-hour pay-per-view because we got to keep them longer.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Well, see, they don't do theirs monthly, so I guess they,
Yeah.
they give you, every few months if you're going to pay it, they're going to give you your money's worth, I guess.
Well, they
And they did.
definitely did.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was crazy. Okay. Coming from someone who has never watched a wrestling pay-per-view in his life, that was
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah. Kevin was like, well, and I was like, yeah, dude, we've still got like 4 more matches to go. And we had,
yeah, he's like,
like-
is it about to end? Like, nope.
no.
He's like,
Wow.
okay.
Wow.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a complaint like I was
No,
being tired or
no.
anything. It
Yeah.
was like, man, this is long.
Yeah, you think this has been, what we had seen up to that point was exciting. We still got like,
Yep.
4 more big matches to go. And
Mhm.
yeah, so we also Brock and I had a chance to go see Top Gun Maverick during that time period.
Hey, we want to talk about this movie so bad, but out of respect for Bo, even though a lot of times
We're not gonna do it,
Bo.
We're not
Bo
gonna do
says
it.
Bo says he doesn't care, but we don't.
but we care.
If you
Yes.
let the internet spoil it for you, that's one thing, but you can't say that we did. So
Oh yeah.
you just,
Well, I mean, I'm gonna try to go see it. I don't know
You have to.
when.
You have to in the theater. You have to.
Mhm.
See it in
I
the
know.
theater.
I've done had
It's
2 or 3
better than the
people.
original. It's a good movie.
I've had a couple coworkers tell me the same thing. Like it's worth the theater experience, and I get that. We've got a couple of other movies we got to catch. Like I know I've promised the kiddo he wants to see The Bad Guys, and I'm sure
Mhm.
a couple other things. So yeah.
Well, it's it definitely lives up to what a legacy sequel should be,
Mhm.
and
It surpasses the first one.
and that's what I told him. I was like, I actually think I like this more than the first one. And I mean, not that, I was like, so wild and crazy about the first one. I mean, it's a good movie, and it's an 80s icon.
It's the quintessential 80s movie.
Exactly.
Action flick.
I got one comparison to give you guys. Okay, you remember in Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, where we finally get to see the Emperor become the Emperor, and he's
Mhm.
shooting the lightning, and then it's like hitting back on him, and it's supposedly changing him.
Yeah.
That's what happens to Tom Cruise in this movie. He goes from being Maverick, and then all those G's he pulls. we see him in the theater, and he's like, "Man, he got old all of a sudden." That's what he
Yeah.
does with all the G's he's pulling.
Even Hollywood's technology couldn't de-age him in the G's
No.
sequence.
Although he does look really good in the movie, so
He does.
yeah.
I was. This is a good summation that I heard someone kind of give an example for as opposed to going to see this sequel. It's kind of like, that band that you loved back in the 80s, and you loved all the hits, you had the albums, and you were all about the music they put on in the 80s. Well, okay, so now they come up with a new album and they go out on tour. You're like, oh, fantastic. I want to go see my band that I loved in the 80s, I grew up with. And they start playing their new music, and you're just like, okay, can you play some of your hits? Well,
Mhm.
Top Gun Maverick plays the hits. So
Yeah.
yeah, it plays the hits. And that's
Mhm.
all I'm going to say.
And they still sound as good as ever.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But let's see what else we got. It's kind of, we've had a lot packed in there. We did hit I'm sorry, Alabama
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con
Oh.
the first weekend there in June. Brock and I went on Saturday briefly. We'll talk about that. And then Bo and Oliver went on Sunday.
Yep.
So it was a crazy day Sunday, because not only do we have the con,
Saturday.
Saturday, but my work had their annual outing at Top Golf, which is all in the same area, so it fit perfectly. But we got in about 10 o'clock Saturday. We had about maybe 30 minutes to spare before we had to walk over to where Top Golf is, to where the work event was. And so it was 1:30. We finished up with the work thing. We headed back to the Civic Center so that we can make in time for our photo op with Trish Stratus and Lita.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was we were there at the con, but our time was very limited, because then after doing the photo op, we went to Lita's table. After that finished, we were pretty much just had a few minutes to spare, and then we had to jet back out to go get the kids.
Yep. So Bo,
Busy
you went-
Saturday.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
an incredibly busy Saturday. It hadn't slowed down since.
Mm-hmm.
But Bo, how did you and Oliver enjoy Sunday?
Oh, Sunday was wonderful. Of course, like I said, do you want me say this for when we actually talk about the convention, or are we going to wrap it in?
No, we're
with
doing
this
it now.
audio?
Hey,
We're talking about now. Okay.
Doing
Yeah.
it live, man.
All right.
Doing it live.
Well,
You go ahead. Y'all talk about Sunday. Well, then I guess we'll jump back over to Saturday. How
okay.
about
Okay.
that?
That's fine. That's fine. Like I said, mine was good. Like I said, for me, I got to do something with my kiddo that I've been wanting to do since I've had, and once again, this goes back to thank goodness for Ghostbusters Afterlife, that this helped usher in this decision. Like he decided he finally wanted to suit up. Well, I asked him, like, I worked Friday and Saturday. I worked 12-hour shifts, so I'd work 12 hours Friday. I worked 12 hours Saturday, and I got him from my in-laws' house and for him to go with me Sunday. Well, as I'm getting home, I'm packing stuff, and I said, hey, buddy, you want to dress up tomorrow? I said, this was, like I said, I did not push him into it or anything, but like I said, I was just saying, hey, I debated on wearing my flight suit. I wasn't 100% for it. But I told him, I said, hey, bud, do you want to dress up tomorrow? I said, I might wear my flight suit. He goes, yeah, I want to wear it. Because someone gave us one of the, they got it on the clearance aisle, but they had one of the jumpsuits from, with Halloween around,
Yeah.
And so I put it on him. And then after I did that, he goes, well, why don't your name tag badge say, why can't my name tag? Because it said Spangler. It was just one of the generic ones for Afterlife
Yeah.
for the kids. He goes, why don't my name say Bearden like yours? I was like,
Oh,
oh, that's awesome, son. But Dad's really tired, but all right. So luckily I had one of my other flight suits that I had not worn in years. I just had it in storage. I had to take off my name badge. And then I was like,
goodness.
oh, I don't want to sew this. So I said, you know what? Thank goodness the wife's sewing kit had some Velcro in it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we Velcroed the name badge on there.
that is so sweet.
Nice.
So yeah, so he sported it. I had his spirit pack and had him. We had to suit up. We walked in and me and him, we had a really, really good time. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Like I said, y'all guys saw my picture. Like it was, I'd been waiting my caption was, I've been waiting a long time to take that picture just because
Mhm.
the last couple of years because things not going on. And then, I wanted him to gravitate to Ghostbusters. So
Yeah.
like I said, he likes it. It's not his favorite thing like me, which I mean, that's
Right.
just the time frame of, when I grew up. But
Give it time, man. Give it
Yeah.
time. We got
Yeah.
more Ghostbusters coming out. So
Exactly.
He is easing into this
Yeah.
world.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's like, why don't my proton pack look as cool as yours? I said, well, Dad's got about 20 times more invested in his than yours. So I guess now I'm gonna have to be looking for me a 1/4 scale proton pack shell.
3/4.
3/4. Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta do that. Plus, I gotta build me a new wand. Mine's falling to pieces anyway. So I'm like, you know what? There's me a project here soon to start on.
and you can work on it with him.
Exactly.
There you go. You could have a
There you
little
go.
build project together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we-
Teach him how to solder.
Yeah.
Don't touch this tip.
Yeah. But we wore the flight suit for the first couple of hours, and then I was like, you know what, I'm paying money for these photo ops, so I love wearing my Ghostbusters outfit, but I want this to be me, not Ghostbuster Bo, but just me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we did the photo op with Trish and Lita, and then I turned around and did our photo with Judith. But I'm sorry, I'm trying not to get off track here, but did the costume. We talked to Judith, which which was really awesome because we were in costume when we talked to her, so that helped talk. But like I was the one excited to talk to her. Wound up, she talked to him more to Oliver more than she did me because she was talking about her dog's name is she kept saying her dog's name. They call her Ollie, but the dog's name's after Ollivander from Harry Potter. That's what she was telling us. But she calls her dog Ollie because she asked him, does people call you Ollie? And he says sometimes. So, and then because you guys know how he is. He's shy when he first meets you, but then once he meets you,
yeah. He'll open up real quick.
So, like I said, we did that, and then we come around time, and I did a photo op with Trish and Lita and Mickey James. He wasn't, which I mean, I understand that, but then I had a photo with Judith, and then he was like, I want to do this picture, so he did that picture. We talked to her because we were her only photo op for Sunday. Talked to her for a good 15 minutes, which she brought some good news for me, which I'm looking forward to. She was talking about how she was the one that coaxed Elias. I cannot pronounce his last name, and to get doing the likeness for the figures. And I told her, I said, I got talking to her, and I was like, I'm really, like I said, all the characters they've done so far. I said, I've read the articles about, I can't think of the actor's name, but Tatsu, the second in command of the Foot. His family's been real protective of his image and likeness, and she says things might be coming around. People are talking to his family, so I'm like, that'll be awesome to complete the set.
Oh, okay.
That would be great.
That's nice. Of course, like I said, because she seems like she's got a good relation with Nick. I mean, of course, you've got, she did her, she's done 1, 2, if you count her introduction figure, her second figure, and then her Bride of Frankenstein figure. That's 3 figures she's done with them. So, I mean, I know she's on a good relationship with them on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we did. Sorry, I know I'm jumping around
fine.
here, but anyway. And then after our photos, we put our suits back on, hung around. They had a like an inflatable maze with Nerf guns. I don't know if you guys saw that. So we did that for a little bit, which he enjoyed. And then afterwards, we had we had dinner with a couple of folks we had from the table, which I have to say the Alabama Ghostbusters, they did an excellent job representing us. They super presentation as always by Brian, Leanne, I know Jason, Shane, and I feel bad. I met one of our newest guys Sunday. Oh, I'm terrible with names. I'll remember his face, but I can't tell him his name. But
David from Montgomery?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I talked to him for a few minutes. Unfortunately, I think it's like a curse when people coming out of towns for conventions. Apparently, they had a tire rupture on them on the way over there. So they spent. So what it was him and one of his sons was there. He dropped him off. The other son had to spend his time for the convention trying to help find them a tire because he wanted to do the convention, but it was like he knew his dad and his brother were more excited for it. So
yeah.
But
well, that was got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I told him I applaud him, but they did that. And beyond that, after that 10 minutes of me rambling about what I did Sunday. So,
well, so Oliver he wasn't going to have it with the wrestling ladies.
No, I'm eventually we're going to work our way to watching that era of the wrestling, and he's going to be like, "Dang it, why did I take this picture now?" But
exactly, and our photo op with Trish and Lita, we were all in. Hey, look, Trish put her arm around me first, and so I did the same thing. Turnabout's fair play. So I got to hug Trish Stratus.
I was, like I said, I'm so like with it's I'm so cautious. I don't want to overstep.
You
my
do
boundaries.
the Keanu Reeves kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's like my hands are down here, my hands are up my side. I'm not touching you.
Well, like I said,
I'm as old as they are, and don't care anymore. Like, she hugged me first. I'm
Yeah.
going back.
Like I said, you guys did just Trish and Lita. I did the triplet. I
Mhm.
had Trish, Lita, and Mickey James. Which,
Yeah.
like I said, I wish I'd got closer to Mickey because I like Trish and Lita, but I absolutely loved Mickey James. She is like one of my favorites of the three.
Yeah, we waved hi to Mickey and everything as she walked by.
Yeah.
I just Mickey was after my time.
Yeah.
After I left the fandom, the
Yeah.
WWE fandom for a little bit, but she was
Yeah.
extremely nice. But
Oh yeah.
but we went back over to Lita's table because I got Trisha's autograph about 20 years ago, so I didn't see the need to splurge on that again. But hadn't had Lita's, and so we got a autograph picture made out to Jess and myself from Lita. We talked to her for quite a bit. And oh man, fantastic!
Yeah.
But so I mentioned Oliver not really having it with the ladies because there was this kid,
Oh yeah.
and I'm gonna say his name because it fits the story. His name is Noah.
Mhm.
And how do we know this? Because this kid, he couldn't have been what, 5?
Yeah, it's probably about maybe 6.
Five
I
or
would
six?
think about 6 years old, maybe.
He was schmoozing Trish and Lita like nobody's business. This kid, he had a little mohawk.
Mhm.
This kid had it going on. He's over there while we're standing in line for Lita while everybody else is finishing. He's over there. He's got his elbows up on the table like this.
Well, he has one elbow up on the table,
One
and his
elbow.
other arm is held out because Trish is
Trish has
just
got his hand.
is
Yeah.
holding his hand the whole time that they're
Oh,
talking.
smart.
And
Yeah.
she's leaned in and
Mhm.
she's talking him up and he's talking her up. And I'm like, this kid knows what to do.
Yeah. We have no worry about the future of humanity in that
No.
sense.
This
This kid's
kid's
going
gonna
to carry us all.
This kid's going to procreate. Don't worry about that. So he's hamming it up and everything. And his dad has these 8x10s of both Trish and Lita, and they're like pre-printed, or that he brought
They're
them from
matted.
home. They're
Yeah,
matted,
Yeah.
and it's got like a little nameplate on the bottom. The kid is schmoozing so hard, they signed him for free.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
and
I've
the
got-
reason,
This inspires me. I need to get up with Oliver and get some more smooth talking with him. Save
Tell-
me on some
tell him to-
autographs.
tell him to break out of his shyness at the beginning. 'Cause
It pays to have a cute kid, okay?
This kid
It
was
is.
schmoozing, man. So he finishes with Trish, and so we're next in line to get to Lita, but he goes and jumps in front of us, and his dad's like, "No," and I went, "Nope, this is fine. I want to
That's-
see this."
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I mean, he's a kid. It's fine. We can wait.
Think
our
about
turn.
his dad. Think about how much attention his dad probably gets just
Oh, yeah.
for having this kid. Because this kid, they could be at a park and this kid could just like gravitate to any woman that he wants.
Oh,
And it's like,
yeah.
I'm pulling him over for dad.
Yeah. So he
That's
goes
a wingman right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
big time.
yeah, big time.
So Noah jumps in front of us, and his dad's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "No, trust me. We want to watch this interaction. Have at it, because this is great. This is entertaining." So he gets up to Lita, and he gets back on his, hey, type.
Go,
So he's
Noah.
doing it again, and so his dad hands the picture to her, and she looks at him. She goes, "So what's your name?" He goes, "Noah," and she says, "Oh, I know that name." So that's how we know his name is Noah. She's playing along with him. So he's talking to her and everything else. And so he just very slyly kind of stands up, looks at her, goes, "What's your phone number?"
Well, wait a minute. Wait, back up.
Wow.
Back up. No, wait, back up.
You're
Before that.
destroying the story, Jess.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
You're gonna make me edit this, aren't you?
No, I'm sorry.
You stopped me.
Oh, I'm
Ah.
sorry.
So anyway, yeah, okay. Going back, even though I've already told the thing now. Going back, they get out a little post-it notepad, and Lita asked Noah for his autograph as well, and so he's signing the little post-it note for her, and that's when he goes, "So what's your phone number?" And she looks at him, gives him that look. She goes, It's 5.
5.
He's like, easy to remember, isn't it? He goes, yeah.
This kid has more game than I've ever seen.
Oh,
Wow.
he pulled it off beautifully. Walks out of there getting hugs
Mhm.
and
Pictures and hugs.
Picture-
and-
Free
Dad, I got her
autograph
phone
pictures.
number. It's 5.
yeah, he was eating that up.
He set the bar high for himself, hitting on
Oh.
Trish and Lita at 5. Man, he's got
Oh,
a high bar to go.
He's got a
against
future.
himself. Yeah.
Kid's got a
Oh my
future.
gosh.
Just there's going to be Noah clones running around one day. So it was fun to watch. But we got up there and got to talk to Lita and everything, and she was, we got to talk to her about her in-ring returns that she's had this year
Mhm.
at the Royal Rumble and at Elimination Chamber when they were in Saudi Arabia and stuff.
Mhm.
And she still got it, man.
Yeah.
She can still wrestle. She can still go. She's still gorgeous. Both of them are,
Mhm.
and just fantastic to talk to. So, yeah, that was our time at Alabama Comic-Con.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. the photo op and Lita's table. I mean, we did have a chance to walk around and
Yeah,
you
we looked
know,
at the vendors.
looked at some of the vendors and spent a little time at the Alabama Ghostbusters table as well. So
Not as much as we wanted to, because
Yeah.
I hadn't seen Brian in years. It's
Mhm.
literally been years since I've seen him in person. I got to hug him and hang out with him for a few minutes, and that was it. We had to go.
Mhm.
It's an extremely busy Saturday, but
Mhm.
speaking of cons, Magic City Con
yeah.
that we've
Man,
got coming
yeah.
up in a couple of weeks. This is the final rodeo for them.
Mm-hmm.
They announced last week that they are shutting it down after this year, which just completely broke my heart. I mean, it was hard losing Alabama Phoenix Festival
Yep.
Mhm.
with Tim and Steve and those guys that we'd become really close to, and Stan when they shut down their con after 3 years. But Magic City Con has been going on for what, 5 or 6 years now,
Yeah.
something
5.
like that.
That
It's been a
sounds
little
about
while.
right.
Yeah, that sounds
7 years, maybe 6. But Jamie and Rita, they are absolutely fantastic with Magic City Con, and for reasons that we don't know, they're going to end it this year, and it breaks our heart
Yeah.
because that's one of our favorite conventions, and that's a place that we have a presence with the Alabama Ghostbusters every year, and we'll be there again this year with the ALGB. But yeah, I hate to see that go, but we'll hope to send them off with a bang, send them off in style.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this episode will naturally be out a week and a half before Magic City Con. So if you're in the Birmingham area, really do these ladies a favor and go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give them a big send off. They
Right.
deserve it.
Yeah, they have been nothing but class acts. They have always been sweet to us, like Ghostbuster wise. I mean, she's all
Mhm.
like we help them do slime labs and
Mhm.
all kinds of fun. Like I said, I have never had a bad experience with them. I mean,
No.
like I said, these two ladies, they have, and you can tell they put a lot of their heart and soul into it, and that's like I said, they deserve, like I said, a good send off.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah, highly encourage anyone if you're in the Birmingham area that weekend, please come out and
The weekend
And-
after Father's Day.
Mhm.
try to come out and support Magic City Con for their last year.
Yep.
And we'll
It's
be
at
sitting
the,
down there.
it's at the Winfrey, right?
The Hyatt Regency win.
It's the Winfrey.
It's always the
Anybody that-
Winfrey.
It is the
It's at the
Anybody that lives
Galleria.
in Alabama, Central Alabama, it's the Winfrey.
Yeah.
well,
It's
this is the,
always the Winfrey.
I have to say that's one good thing I can say with Magic City Con. Closest I've lived to the Winfrey, it took the first year they had it at the Winfrey. That was the first time I ever stepped foot in that hotel. As long as I've been
Mhm.
going to the Galleria, that's the
Mhm.
first time I've stepped foot in there.
Yeah.
It's a nice hotel.
Oh, very nice.
Mhm.
I just always had a good time, and that year that we went, and then just the spontaneous dance party broke out
Oh,
in the
yeah.
middle of the hallway, and I think
Mhm.
that's what led to the next year when they actually created the dance room, because
Unorganized, yep.
I mean it just came out of nowhere. We were just all in that hallway, and then people just started playing music, and then it was dancing, and then it was just it was so
Mhm.
much fun, and singing, this air
Mhm.
that's gonna always be one of my favorite memories of
That
the
and
con.
that and our impromptu of trying to play the board game there in the
Look-
board game rule.
Yeah, we tried. It was like, guys, we're shutting down. Oh,
What?
Oh,
We just unpacked the game.
I mean,
Okay.
it's only almost midnight tonight.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta close it down sometime.
we're spoiled by Dragon Con.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, we've got to remember most cons are not 24/7.
Yeah.
Unlike Dragon Con.
I'm just glad I've got some good videos of you and Rookie dancing and then
Me
Rookie
terribly
and then it was hilarious though.
There's
Oh,
no such
yeah,
thing as bad
Yeah.
dancing as long as you're having fun. I mean,
Oh yeah,
it's-
no. it's-
What is that move, Bo, where you twirled your hand and then went?
That's just called I was living in the moment.
He's got it in his head. He's like, I'm not being upstaged by Rookie. This is not
As
gonna
you
happen.
guys
I've got
see,
my own
you know,
stuff.
I mean, as you see by my sweet dance moves, you know, my dance career didn't take off. So I mean, you know,
Well,
just turn on the music in your room now and get those lights going again and have yourself
exactly.
a little house rave.
Yeah, maybe do some dancing on Twitch. Maybe I can. There's got to be interest for a bearded guy dancing on Twitch or something.
and those of you that know, those
You
of
got the
you
ASMR of
Yeah.
your bones creaking as you're
Exactly. Exactly.
well, those of you that are listening to us and you know Mr. David Rayleigh, Mr.
Mm.
David Rookie Rayleigh, this is the con where he broke the phone,
Yep.
where he broke his phone dancing to apple bottom jeans.
Yeah, he went backwards too far and it was in his pocket and he crushed it.
He got way too low.
Exactly.
Oh, he got way too low and
He
went
has-
crunch.
He has forever changed the way I see that song now every time it's playing because he came running to the dance and shouting, "It's the music of my people."
Yep.
But good memories. I haven't been going. I don't think I've been going as long as you guys have, but for
I
the
think-
short amount of time, the years that I've been, I've always had a good time.
Were you
we
at the
were-
first? Were you at the first one, Brock? I can't remember. Or were you at the
Yeah,
second?
you and I
year?
have it. That's where the picture that comes that's on a view
Oh,
that's
I
on
know
the
what I
shirt.
did. Yep.
Yeah. That
Yep.
one were you doing that? Yeah.
I can't
Who
remember if
knows
that was
what
the
he
first
did?
year or the second year because I know they had it. The first
year.
2 years were at
At the Grand Cahaba.
Grand Cahaba before now it's the new church up there. But and then yeah, they had it there, and then I want to say didn't they move it to the Winfrey
Mm-hmm.
after that? Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So I guess as of right now, we've got CamiCon and Alabama Comic Con left for cons in Birmingham. That's off the top of my head, unless there's smaller
Mhm.
ones I don't know about.
Mm,
But from Phoenix Fest to Magic City Con, those have been our two favorite mainstays. And
mhm.
gonna miss them very much so.
Yeah.
Hope
Hey,
somebody else will take up the mantle and come in.
there's an idea for an extra episode. We need to sit down and do old Central Birmingham Con talk, even throw in some of Magic Con in there.
Oh my god!
I tell you what,
That's all you
all
guys.
right,
Oh.
look,
That's
we,
all you guys.
we will put that behind the Patreon paywall so we
Yeah.
can talk freely.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Oh
want
my goodness!
I want Kevin to
Yes.
talk all about a Magicon.
Oh my gosh!
I want
Yeah.
okay,
Uncut.
there you go. Bonus episode. Hey, speaking of, I know for our Patreon members, we have not given you a bonus episode the last couple of times.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. And life, I'm not going to say anything about it on here, but life has been beyond busy.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, this summer is nuts. So we're trying to, we'll get something out to you, but there you go. That's going to be a bonus episode. Talk
Yes.
about old Birmingham cons.
I'll just give you a preview. I saw Captain at a MagicCon. I saw Captain Planet standing outside of the con smoking a cigarette.
there you go.
Guys, I have spent probably a total of days going through all of my old photos because people are like, "There's no way." I'm like, "Oh yes, I saw it," and I have friends who can actually attest to that. There was a Captain America. He had a spot-on costume
Wait,
standing outside smoking. I'm like,
I mean,
Can't
Captain
do
Planet.
Captain Planet?
yeah,
You
yeah,
said
Captain
Captain
Planet,
America.
yeah.
Yeah.
think that,
I don't
yeah,
know. Being
Captain
seeing
Planet.
Captain America smoking a cigarette might be, you know,
That
That's
might be
true.
bad too, but I mean,
Yeah.
Captain Planet. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man.
We-
It was
we-
so bad.
yeah, we have some thoughts that we would love to talk candidly about, especially
Mhm.
with the Magicon.
Mm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
all right, that's going to be a bonus
Yeah.
episode coming up soon. If you want some inside fun con talk, where we might bash them a little bit,
It won't be all bad. There are
It
some
won't be all
very
bad.
good things that came from a Magic.
Oh yeah, no.
but we
Some very
we-
good
we-
things.
unless it's Walmart, we tend to stay reserved,
Mhm.
you know, about the gossip. But for a Patreon episode, yeah, we'll let it out a little bit.
Walmart
there you
down
go.
low and Bucky's, we go crazy.
That's
So-
right. So there you go. Patreon.com/BamaGeeks, $5 a month. We'll hit on it again later in the episode, but that'll get you all the access to the archives, to the bonus audio footage, blah, blah, blah.
There's another fun
Fun
idea.
stuff.
There's another
What's
idea
that?
for a fun episode. Now, since you have some of the newer updates for technology we have, we should try to see if we can do an episode inside Bucky's.
Oh,
It'll be too loud. There's so many people in there.
That is true. Unless we want to do it like 3 a.m. I
we,
don't know.
we could all just sit in
That's
my
true.
car while I'm
Oh.
charging out at the supercharger, and then we can just
Honestly,
do an episode and say we're at Bucky's, and you could actually see the logo right there.
Hey, you know what? People tailgate at Bucky's, so we can all just get
Ooh.
lawn chairs and just sit outside.
Yes.
Put up the camera and just sit there with it in the background
Yes.
and hope
Oh.
that the beaver comes out and joins us.
There we go.
That's when Jess will get up and leave us and go running to him. Does it every time.
But since, like I said, since we're about to hit the hot spot of summer, you want to save this for like maybe October, November?
Oh, I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I
You
think,
don't
I
want to
think
sweat like crazy. Come on.
so, like, we need to let it cool down a little bit if we're gonna be sitting outside.
Hey.
Yep. So,
Oh, yeah.
The
Yes.
people watching might prove some good entertainment too. So
oh, did we have some good people watching yesterday?
All right.
Oh, we okay.
Yeah. You,
yeah, that's another thing we talk about.
This is going to wrap up the intro and what's been up segment that
Yeah,
we've been going on about.
yeah.
So yesterday, Jess and I, as you may or may not know, are massive fans of Frozen.
No,
We love this. We dress up as Kristoff and Anna at cons occasionally. Well, Frozen, the Broadway musical, came to the Fox Theater in Atlanta the last couple of weeks, and we finally got to go. We've been dying to see the thing, and so we went yesterday to Atlanta to the Fox to see the next to last performance or day of performance for Frozen, which was awesome, by the way.
Mhm. Yes.
I was kind of surprised at a couple of scenes in there that I was like, wow, they would not put this in the movie. If you haven't had a chance to see Frozen the musical, do it just for Oaken.
Yeah.
Wandering Oaken.
That's all we'll say about that.
That's all you need to know. He is fantastic in this. But yeah, a couple of a little bit of adult things, by Disney standards.
Mhm.
Nothing terribly outlandish, but it was good. It was a fantastic musical. I was not prepared. For some reason in my brain, I was not prepared for the amount of children that were going to be there.
It's
What?
definitely a theater experience like I've never had. 'Cause-
Never. We go to musicals quite a bit. We love the theater, not just athletic theater, but we love the
Broadway theater.
We love Broadway, and so we go occasionally, at least twice a year, hopefully to some shows. Yeah, it didn't register me when I bought the tickets. Yeah,
You've
this is
never been to
Frozen.
Disney on Ice?
Oh no,
Oh,
we've
all the
been to
time.
Disney on Ice.
Oh, whenever-
we know what to expect
gotta
there.
have kids
But a
all over the
Broadway-
place.
But a Broadway show.
Mhm.
Oh no.
I was for some reason in my brain, I'm like, this is made for us. This is going to be great. And we get there, and oh my gosh, the noise levels throughout the entire performance.
Yeah.
And when Elsa's saying "Let it go," we barely heard her.
Yeah. It turned into quite the little sing
It was a sing along. So, but
All
the
right.
amount of crying
Mhm.
in some of them, like this-
Restless kids having to
Restless?
sit
Oh.
and
Just
sit
keep
and
giving
watch a
them candy.
musical.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I would not want to do it to these parents, even though they put us through that. But okay, there's a little girl in front of us who is dressed as Elsa, precious as can be,
Mhm.
and so she was chit chatting during the thing, and her mom turned around, "Hey, can you take a picture of us before the show starts?" Like, yeah, that's great, and she looked really cute as Elsa, and so I turned the my phone around and showed her the picture of Jess as Anna and me as Kristoff. And she's like, "Oh my goodness, where do you guys do that?" And so the mom got interested more than the girl did. So But it was fun. It was a really well done production.
Yes, it really was, and good to hear some music. Got to the music that we weren't familiar with.
Yeah, the
Great
songs are
musical
great.
numbers, and the little dance, and the girl that played Anna was fantastic.
Mhm.
Lots. Oh, the who played young Anna and older Anna. Personality was just spot on and fantastic.
Yeah, Anna was.
I mean, I'm partial to that anyway.
No, me too.
But and to see how they pull off, just the special effects, with the ice and the snow and
really
then
cool.
things like that, and then the Let It Go musical number was fantastic.
Yeah, where she goes into her blue sparkly dress from her coronation dress.
You can actually see some of it online too. I think you can Google or look on YouTube like Frozen Broadway, and you can see some of this what we're talking about.
Is it basically the first movie adapted, or is it kind of a combination of the two?
First movie, but there is one quick little word from the second movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll say it. Should we?
Yeah, sure.
Because it's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
It's when Olaf is singing In Summer.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bird that shows up on the side, and he goes, Samantha?
They've it's mostly adapted off of the first movie.
Yeah,
so.
completely.
But I'm wondering though, and I have a question now that you bring this up, because so we know how the Anna and Elsa and Anna's parents, they died. Now in the first movie, we didn't. We just know that they died, and we were just under the impression that they just boarded a ship to go somewhere. But in the second movie, they touched on the fact that they went there. They took that trip in search of where they would go for Elsa's. Sorry.
My mama said.
It's all of us tonight.
No, Brock looked at me and but they went in search of help for Elsa, basically on her with her powers and the North Uldra and all that. And they kind of touched. You notice they touched on that in the beginning, like the mother's connection, because we didn't even know until the second movie, her connection that she was North Uldra and things like that. So I don't know if that was adapted, if they've changed a little bit with the second.
Had to, because young Anna and Elsa disappear so quickly, in the first movie. Being on stage and give them a couple of extra songs and being able to, they had to bring away, because you can't. You can, because they did on a Broadway stage, go from the castle to the forest to find Pabby and all that. But at the beginning of the movie, they didn't, I don't know, they just didn't have the stage set up to do that at that point or whatever. So they had to kind of bring Pabby and the trolls to them. And so, Queen Alduna, I probably didn't even say her name, Adele Dazeem. They had, the mom had to kind of summon the trolls, so they bust open the window and she does a little type thing, like from Frozen 2.
Because they're like, "How did you know how to summon us?" And she's like, "I'm North Uldra," and we're like, "Okay." So that wasn't discovered till the second movie as opposed to the first. So I don't know. Maybe that now that the second movie's come out, I don't know, because I never saw the musical prior to the second movie releasing. So I don't know. That's just speculation on my part.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange is messing with the timeline again.
I know, right?
But absolutely beautiful. If you get a chance to go see it, definitely do.
Yeah, definitely.
Just for Anna alone. And Kristoff. Kristoff was good. Kristoff was real good. Even Hans was good. Oh, when he does the turn, it's like, if somebody loved you, that whole theater.
Oh man! Oh
no!
Yeah,
it was a massive boo
when
on
Hans
him.
revealed himself to be the enemy, the villain of the story. Yes, that theater, man, they were vicious. They were booing.
They stopped. On stage, they stopped. It got so loud and went on for a few seconds. They stopped. They just let it die. They had to let it die down before they continued. It was great.
Oh, Anna, if only somebody truly loved you.
No.
Oh, but all that to get back to Bucky's, where we were. We stopped to eat breakfast on the way over there to Atlanta, and a good cast of characters walking in and out of that Bucky's early on a Saturday morning.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh,
And I might add, we had the radio going, and Leonard Skinner was playing on the radio. I was like, it's a fitting
Simple
sound.
Man.
It's a fitting
yeah.
soundtrack to what was passing in front of us. So
Yeah,
It's got to be a lot like going in Walmart early in the morning.
look
exactly correct.
very much.
Well,
so.
I mean, Bucky's is like a miniature Walmart anyway, really.
Yeah.
I mean, so
it's size wise.
yeah.
I still say it's what happened if Publix and Walmart joined together.
Mhm.
And
Yeah. And then you sprinkled in a little bit of Dollar General.
I got a little concerned because I went and got new tires Friday. And so we're sitting there and we're eating our kolaches, before as we get back on the road to Atlanta. And the people next to us, they got out of their truck and all of a sudden they start looking down at my tire
Mhm.
and they start pointing like, oh my gosh, and they were great. And then they smiled and walked off. And I'm like, have I got a bulge on my tire already? Just got it. So I got paranoid. And I stepped out and I looked, and you could see the heat waves on the ground coming off their car. You could see the shadows of the heat waves, and they were just fascinated by that. Worried me for no reason. So I'm like, okay, all right, we got to go. We got to get away from these people.
Could it have been substance? Like some sort of substance might have helped that along a little bit.
No, because their daughter, they had a young daughter that she was probably 9 or 10. So she just got fascinated. Then they all started pointing and just made me paranoid because we're sitting in the car eating. And I'm like, what's wrong with my tire? Because they were pointing at my new tire.
Being the nice person I am, I'm going to reserve comment. So
Please do.
thanks.
Save it for Patreon. So So anyway, that's the intro to the podcast episode this time.
Yeah,
I think. Are we done?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
50
There's been
minutes in.
Yeah, 15-minute intro. That's how much we love y'all. So
This is the Southern hello instead of the Southern goodbye.
Yeah. well, it's been 4 weeks. What can we say?
It feels like it.